Alchemist.
Oh, yeah.
Click on the little button to the right of
Okay.
Alchemist. Click
Yeah.
on that, and then underneath that, just go down. You should see Alchemist spells or something like that.
Yep.
That's the spells you get for each level, and you should get spells at third level, I think,
And
and
third and fifth and ninth.
yeah, third and fifth. So you should get two new spells.
Yeah.
What are those? What are those new spells?
Flaming Sphere and Milf's Acid Arrow.
Yeah, you have
Milf's?
those. You have those all the time. You don't have to prepare those. And what do you have the
All
third
right.
ones too? The third level ones too. What are they?
Healing Word and Ray of Sickness.
Yep,
So
you
I've
have
got
both
all
of those
that.
all the time. So those don't count against your prepared spells. And your prepared spells, you're only like a third.
I
Uh,
get 4 prepared spells, and it's any mix between level 1 and level 2,
yeah,
basically.
yeah,
So I
because
took
you're
3
not a
level
full
1s
caster.
and 1 level 2.
Yeah, you're not a full level caster. So
Yeah.
because you get all those infusions and all that stuff, so you get all that extra shit. They're pretty
Yeah,
cool.
which I need to rethink. No, my infusions are fine. So I can't learn any new infusions yet. I think I learned new ones at 6.
Yeah, but you also have those. You get those alchemist. What are they called? Oh Lord, elixirs, experimental elixirs that you haven't given out.
Yeah,
You get
that's
those
true.
too.
I need to brew one of those since we're doing a rest.
You can brew them every day.
Yeah, but it's only good to the for that day. When I
Yeah,
brew it, it's random,
yeah.
whatever it comes up
Uh,
with.
But that's kind of fun, being random. You
Yeah.
can give it to somebody and they don't know what it is till they drink it. You know, so that's kind of cool actually. Or yourself, you can have it for yourself. They're all
Yeah, or
good
I
though.
can spell the spell slot and make it whatever
Yeah,
I want it to be.
yeah, that's true.
All
So
right,
what
what
was
is
it?
that one? Shoot. Hmm, it's a good one. But I don't roll the die until it gets drunk. Is that it?
Even with the experimental elixir, you rolled a one.
That's it. That's not a bad thing though.
No, that's not. They're all good. They're all good. There's not one bad one in there. Oh,
But I think I roll it when I create it. Is that right?
oh, I don't know. What does it say? I don't have it up. I can pull it up
Let
real
me
quick
see.
though.
I can post it. No, I don't see a thing to post this. Let's see. Whenever you finish a long rest, magic would produce an experimental elixir in an empty flask you touch. Roll the elixir table for the effect, which is triggered when someone drinks the elixir.
Yeah, somebody's drinking some. It's a random.
Yeah,
It's that's what's so fun about it. It's really cool. I mean,
but it sounds like I just create like it's already a potion of healing. Do I roll when I create it, or do I roll when
no, we
it?
roll it when they drink it.
Ah,
That's what you
okay,
just read, at least. That's what I thought I
okay.
heard you just say. Let me read it. Make sure.
It says roll on the table for the effect, which is triggered when someone drinks the elixir.
Yeah, it's trigger when they drink it. So nobody knows,
Okay,
not even you, until we drink it.
sweet.
So that's pretty
All
cool.
right.
Those are pretty fun.
Yeah. How do I express that in my inventory?
Um, you just click on the experimental elixir thing and open up a window for it, whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
and then open up
Or
your
maybe I put it in my actions.
yeah, put it in your actions page, and then drag it into that. Just drag it like where your spells are, and it'll put it in a thing called powers, or it might put it in your artificer abilities, effects, or whatever it's called. It'll if you drag it over, it'll put it in your powers or whatever. Drag it onto your actions page. Did it not do it?
I'm trying. I don't see it showing up
So,
anywhere.
do we get to get rid of
Let's
any?
try.
Uh,
Try to do it that way. Oh, there we go.
Did it show up?
Something happened. Yeah, I got it now.
Okay, cool. All right, Jeff, what?
do we get to try to get rid of any of the effects that are on us? Like what's I can't think of what it's called now.
Like exhaustion?
Exhaustion. That's what.
Yeah, I got rid of mine.
Because I've still got.
He'll get rid
I
of it for
I
you.
think it's an exhaustion effect. It just says it doesn't say exhaustion, but it says disadvantage on ability checks, which I assume is the
That, yeah,
exhaustion
that's
roll.
level one. Yeah.
Well, mine said exhaustion disadvantage on checks. So I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
why. That's why I was asking about it because I didn't know whether
Man.
maybe I got disadvantage from something else.
All right, revise my memory. Your leg that can only be cured by greater restoration, or is it a curse? Can
Well,
remove curse?
it was I don't know if it's a curse or not. It was because of a natty 20 a roll against me.
Oh, because you know,
But I think he
uh, rem-
said that a greater restoration would be the only thing they he
yeah,
removed.
because remove curse is a level 3 spell
Right.
that a cleric can pick up. Let me read. Remove curse. I can pick it up too if nobody clerics don't. But see, the clerics can get it because they can get it anything they want. I have to keep what I get. I can't
Hmm.
redo mine. I have to put it in my book.
Mine's the same way.
Ah, poop. Let me read. Remove curse. Oh, no wonder I can't read this. I need to increase my GUI. Hold on just a second.
Did you see Joe Bob's post? or
What'd he say?
he was. I guess he was talking about these some kind of gifts he got for his 6-year-old
Joey?
nephew Joey. I get yeah,
Yeah, that's Davy Party.
yeah. Well, he said that he had restored a bike. He said the uh, little fucker left dad's old bicycle from when he was little that I fully restored outside last week, and a neighbor's dog chewed the seats off. So
That's
he's been
awesome.
on my shit list of actually getting a good gift. That's why I guess he gave him a bag with potted meat, Vienna sausages, sardines, and mustard, peanut butter, cheese crackers, and a lotto scratch off.
That's funny.
uh,
Good stuff.
except for the sardines and mustard, that sounds pretty good.
Ugh, Vienna sausages. Yuck.
Oh, my dad used to take me fishing. We always had Vienna sausages and saltine crackers. That's what was in the cooler.
Ugh.
Yep, I did the same. One time, Dad took sardines. That was not a good day for James.
Because you could take a bite, and then you could use the end of the Vienna sausages for catfish bait.
Hmm.
Put it on a hook and throw it out there
Can't do it, man.
in a pinch.
We used to take chicken livers, and if we didn't catch any fish, we ate the bait.
Oh my gosh,
Oh.
chicken livers are the chicken livers are the
Oh.
best. That's the best fishing bait.
Oh. Oh. That's
I
the
hated
worst.
them. That's good fishing bait. I hated eating them.
Oh. I'm gonna throw up.
So a friend of mine once decided he was going to make his own catfish bait.
Oh
Ugh.
God.
So he took chicken livers and like old chicken and something like cornflakes and something else, some kind of blood or something like that, and he had ground it all up and mixed it up in a bowl and left it outside to. I guess the instructions told him that he had needed to leave it outside to get the maximum funk.
Yeah, get it nastified.
Yeah. So we
Oh.
we get to the it stunk so bad we made it we had to put it in the very back of the van with all the windows open just to make it there. And we get there and he pops it open and it's full of maggots.
Oh my
It was
god.
Oh God.
it was so fucking gross. So we made him take it out into the woods and get rid of it, but we could still smell it the whole time we
Oh,
were there fishing.
that's horrific. That's horrific,
Well, I'd
man.
say maximum funk achieved. Holy
Oh, Max,
shit.
it was definitely. And he still tried to use it at first. So he had it on his hands because he didn't bring
Mm.
any gloves. So he was like picking maggots out of the way to get a scoop of it, and then it wouldn't stay together. It just like fell apart when he tried to cast. It was so hilarious. Poor Kevin. We made fun of him forever about that.
Was it Emerson?
No, 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 different Kevin. Guy I worked with at UK.
Ugh.
He's actually started out as well. He's a referee, but he's worked his way up into college games. He's not allowed to ref the UK ones because he's from Lexington, but
Mm-hmm.
he still
Oh, cool.
he still goes every once in a while, like once a month he'll get a an SEC game, or I think he's done some Big Ten games.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
that's
really
pretty
cool.
cool. Good way to stay in shape.
Oh well, yeah. Run up down that court.
Well, it's a football ref. Sorry, did I say
Oh, football.
basketball?
No, I don't know what you said. So I know it just
I was
you said it was
thinking football. I don't think I said
NCAA.
it though. Yeah, but
God, man. Speaking of football, I hate fucking football. I'm never watching it again. Honestly,
I didn't see the final score, but I saw that it was heading in a
it was a
bad direction.
last second game. Last second. It was a great game, man. It was like so freaking exciting. Oh, it was
Yeah,
just awful.
you'll just have to hang all your football on chirp chirp.
Ugh, no. Sorry. It was fun. That was fun though. Just
Yeah,
being.
it doesn't matter who you're going to watch. Going to watch a live football game is always
It felt
fun.
more like a high school game, and I love high school games, so it felt a lot like a high school game.
Speaking of which, Western Hills is sucking
Are
really
they?
bad this year. Oh yeah, I don't think they've won a game this year.
Ah, it's not good.
I keep up on the KHSAA website.
Hmm. How's County doing?
I haven't looked, but I can look real quick. But I
Frankfurt
think
High.
I saw that they were doing rather well this year. Have we heard anything from our illustrious leader?
I thought
I
it was a
just
7:30 start.
it's 8 star. It's 8 o'clock
Mhm,
start.
eight
Oh,
That
thirty.
was today's
see,
start.
there again, I didn't get that message.
Jared said he had to push it back. CJ, what's up?
What up, homie?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Let's see, 2023 scores and schedules.
Find out about Frankfurt High too.
Yeah. So, uh, Frankfurt beat Berea 43 to nothing this last weekend, and they've got
Jesus Christ.
three. They've got 3 wins and Frankfurt and 6 losses, so they're not doing very good.
No, Berea must not be doing very good either.
Western Hills has they've played 9 games and they have 2 wins. Knox, Fort Knox, and Morgan County.
Fort Knox. That's a football
They
team.
lost to Franklin County 44-7, and they got beat by
Jesus.
Frankfurt 49-0.
Jesus. Do they ever give up less than 40 points?
And Franklin County is undefeated.
Wow. How about that? FCHS beat me.
Franklin County Flowers.
Their thing always said FCHS beat 'em or something like
Beat me.
that. That's beat me.
Oh, good old Franklin County. Scott
They had a
County's
cool
gonna.
fight song.
Victory is our cry.
That's ours.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ours was awesome. I think we had the same one as Michigan or something, don't we?
it's very close. Yeah,
I don't know if it's Michigan. It's something, some big school. It's not an original. Like Franklin County has an original.
let's see. Scott County has 1 loss against Boyle County.
Isn't that Georgetown?
Yeah, that's where Lydia went, so I keep up with them, I guess.
How many high schools are in Scott County? Just one?
Uh, 2 now.
What's the other one?
Scott County and Great Crossing.
Is that a private school?
Nope, it's a county school.
Hmm.
Um,
Sounds like a private school. Ooh wee, man. Fantasy Grounds is like I'm moving my menu across the screen and it's like jerking. And not good.
the Jerky
Not
Boys.
good. It's a jerking. I'm gonna run my speed test. See what I'm getting here. Because
Yep.
I'm about to call Xfinity and bitch them motherfuckers out.
So, Scott County is second in the 5A, Class 5A.
Oh shit, man. I'm pulling about 450. Why am I jerking around so much?
Maybe it's not a
It's not me
connection.
then. It must be the server. Yeah, it's the server. That sucks, butthole. And I'm uploading, let's see, around 30, which is it's about average for me.
Ought to be plenty for Fantasy Grounds, though.
Well, I'm downloading 450, which is what I need. The download speed, 450. About almost a half a, what do you call it? Tera? Megabits?
Yeah,
Megabits.
half a gigabit.
Half a gigabit. Thank you.
Yeah.
I only pay for 300 and I get like 450 on the reg. That's weird. I think I'm real close to the whatever the terminal is or something. I don't know. But I always get more than I pay for, which usually you get about half of what you pay for. Usually if you get like a gigabit, you'll pull about around 500 600, you know. That's what they say, like it's all they can guarantee, is
You get
whatever.
giggity
Mm.
bits.
Yeah,
Giggity.
getting giggity with it.
What's his name from? What is
Family
his
Guy.
Family
What
Guy?
is his name?
The one that goes giggity, giggity.
I don't know, man. I don't watch that show. I just get little bits on like TikTok and shit. Good lord, man, since I've been down with my hip,
Dude,
I
you've
cause
done nothing but TikTok.
dude, I got rid of TikTok because I couldn't stand it. It drove me fucking crazy because it was the biggest time suck. I got it off my phone, so I'm sitting there laying there in my bed and I'm listening to podcasts and books, and I've just blown through all my podcasts, all my books. I even reread all five of those ex heroes books just like it was nothing. And so I gotta find some way to kill this time. And Cindy goes, well, why don't you just read down, put TikTok on your phone? You said that was the biggest time suck, dude. I have been on a tear with TikTok.
I don't
I
have
just sit
TikTok
there.
anymore.
Oh,
But
it's
last
just,
night I went to bed early. It was like
oh gosh.
before midnight, but I laid in bed for like until like almost 3 a.m. On YouTube because I just
Uh
couldn't
huh.
sleep.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's
Oh.
a terrible.
I did that in bed once with my contacts out. I almost made myself cross-eyed, staring at my phone so close to my face. Like I took my phone away, and I was like, I couldn't see the doorway right in front of me because it was like my eyes were fucked up.
I know exactly
You got
what
to
you're saying.
slap the
That's
side
me
of
on
Mm.
your
a
head real
daily
hard. It'll make
basis.
your eyes go
I've
straight.
done that.
It's so funny too, because man, I'm laying in bed, because I couldn't move there for like 2 weeks, and uh, still, I mean, I'm having problems with it, but I lay there for like 45 minutes just scrolling through the stupidest, horrible, just god awful shit. And as soon as I stop, I just feel so dirty and gross. And I'm just like, it's kind of like when you eat that big old fucking piece of cake. You're like, why'd I do that, man? Or whatever.
Hmm.
It's just like, ugh,
Gotta go take
it's
a shower to
gross.
get the funk off of you.
It's so gross, man. I just hate TikTok. But I can't stop. I find some funny shit on there though, man. There's some
TikTok, you
funny
don't
fucking
stop.
shit.
TikTok, you don't stop. I guess he didn't know how true that song was when he wrote the lyrics. TikTok,
No.
you don't stop.
Well, I'm taking spells I normally wouldn't take because I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to get this book back one day. I'm not planning on it anytime soon, but hopefully I'll be able to get this book back.
I didn't realize how few spells are touch for an artificer or alchemist.
Really? There's not
Very
that many
few.
touch spells anyway. There's just not
No,
because
I took Shocking Grasp, but
yeah, that's a good one because if you're in a bind and you need to get away, and if they're wearing metal armor, then
um,
or not even that, they just automatic. If they fail, then you can bug out because they can't do a reaction. So
we
uh,
needed something to touch to be able to funnel a spell through Wadsworth.
oh, can
It's
you do
touch
that too?
only for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I do with. That's why I'm constantly looking for touch spells because I can do touch spells through uh, Calamus. The only cantrip I know of uh, that does damage is Shocking Grasp.
Um, there wasn't anything else really in the cantrips that was any good.
Trying to look at my other ones that I do. Oh, I do. Let's see. I do magic weapon through him. Like I'll touch Salim's hammer and make it magic, or when
Mm.
Irina, because that's a touch spell, magic weapon.
Touch my hammer.
Let's see what else. Dark vision is touch, but nobody really needs it. With we got y'all, but I have it in my book because I got it out of that yellow book. Make sure my hit points are correct. Alright, so my con is 12, so that's plus 1. So 6 plus 1 is 7.
Flaming Sphere is going to be badass.
The
I'll drop that into
oath
chat.
spells for Oathbreaker Paladin are weird.
The what? Read them.
I said the oath spell. Well, you get Hellish Rebuke, and
That's awesome.
well, that's a good one. That's a first, second
That's
level.
one
I
of the
can't
better
remember.
reaction spells. But you
Well,
can level that
I had
up.
Hellish Rebuke, and I had Inflict Wounds at third level, and then at fifth level I got Darkness and Crown of Madness.
Crown of Madness sounds good.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not that
It's
good.
it's
It
it's
really isn't.
broken. It's broken in a bad way. Yeah, it's an awful
Really?
spell. They need to fix it. Yeah, because it takes your action to move them around and do stuff. If it was a bonus action, it would be incredible.
Right. It's
But
one
taking
action
your
up to
action,
120 feet, concentration up to 1 minute. One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration while the target is charmed. In this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head, and a madness glows in its eyes. It
it's very
sounds really
cool feeling.
cool, but
Sounds
it's a
awesome.
it's a full action.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything that ties up your action every round is got to be really good before it's worth it. I can't think of
Yeah.
anything that's worth it.
If that was a bonus action on your every round after, it would be a perfect spell.
And it's only
It would
charmed.
have to be higher though. Yeah.
You ought to at least take some kind of damage from the crown of thorns. I mean, that's
Well,
just
another thing too is I think it gets to do a save
yeah,
every
it does.
round
It
too.
does get to save
So
every
yeah,
round.
it needs to be a bonus action and then be a higher level spell. I think because if it was a bonus action, it'd be a way higher level spell. I think because that'd be super powerful. But
Right.
I mean, just nobody's going to take that because it's not powerful enough to even be a third level spell.
But I did get
You know?
two second level spells, and I took another smite, branding smite, and magic weapon.
Well,
So
Mm.
now I can at least make my I can hit things that require magic weapons to hit. At least I'll be able to do that with trimmer.
yeah, I've been doing that on you. I've done that on you a couple
Oh,
times.
have you?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I do remember once. I thought I could think.
Yeah, I think I've done it on you twice, and I did it on Arena once.
Well, maybe I'll
So
take
no,
that off.
I'm not gonna. I'm not. I don't want to prepare it and waste it. So if you're gonna take it, that's better for me, because
Yeah,
it's that's the only thing I do it for is you.
yeah,
I
but
mean, now,
I only have two second level spell slots, so
well, I'll tell you what. I'll prepare. I'm probably not gonna prepare it right now, but I'll prepare it like if I think we're gonna go into a fight or something like that. Or, I don't know.
all right.
It's just I only have a certain amount of slots I can prepare, in my book. But I have it. I just don't know if I want to prepare it this time.
I did a little bit extra heal monkey for everybody. I think
Oh yeah, sweet.
I did, of course, mass healing word,
I'll
um,
prepare it, Jeff. I'll prepare it for you.
dispel magic, and aura vitality.
I'll say that again.
Went Dispel Magic, uh, Mass Healing Word,
Where's
and
my?
Amulet of Aura of Vitality.
Yeah, I get Aura
Sweet.
Vitality and Liamon's Tiny Hut for my domain.
Sweet.
Yeah, you haven't. I mean, if functional and if you're hidden enough, being able to do the Twilight Domain thing and Aura of Vitality would be great. But I think for me, doubling up also, because I also got Beacon of Hope, which I think maxes out, gives you advantage on will saves and regains max number of heal points from possible when healing.
And then I went ahead and took Spirit Guardians because that's kind of a have to.
Got to.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah.
I will take. I will prepare. I'll just keep preparing magic weapon just in case. All right.
All right.
So you can take a different spell.
Well, I
So
thought about. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
but at 4th level, because if I cast it to a 4th level slot next time, it'll be +2 for you.
Oh,
But
nice.
what's what I'm saying is that since you've only got 2 slots, 2nd level slots, I've got 4, so I'll prepare that one every time just in case you're not hitting something or it's whatever that. But see, it's concentration too. Then I can't do anything else. But I'll keep it. But I don't know if I'm gonna prepare it every time.
Well, I mean, it's
Um,
it's situational. We haven't needed it very much, honestly.
yeah, I know. But I mean, I don't want you to not take it if you were going to take it because I say I have it. So
I
do what you
considered
were
taking
do
Find
what you were gonna
Steed
do.
instead of the magic weapon, but
You're gonna
Do
take
what
what?
you were gonna do. Do what you were
Find
gonna do.
Find Steed
I don't know
because I
how
could use
there
it as
isn't one
like
person having a speed.
I can almost use it as a Find Familiar. Um,
If we don't ever get your leg healed, it'd be great.
Yeah,
that's what
true.
I was. It says your
Uh,
steed serves as a mount, both in
you got to figure
combat
out what
and
to do
out of
with it every time you go inside, though. That's the problem.
well, that's true. It only lasts
Depends.
10 minutes.
It's another problem.
Real quick, I need to say this real quick. I don't know. I know that Greater Restoration will heal his leg, but
Yes.
I don't know if Remove Curse will. That's a 3rd level spell, so any one of you
Right.
clerics could at least prepare it this time and try
At
it and
least
see what the
try it.
GM says. Because I don't know if he said that would work or not. Because Jeff said it came from a nat 20. This wasn't like a
Yeah,
you know.
it was off the critical fail
It
or
might be
critical
worth
hit
somebody
thing.
preparing it.
I'll prepare it just to try it.
Yeah.
It
I was
might be
gonna
worth
say,
somebody preparing.
Well,
Real quick, Jeff. I don't want you to not take magic weapon because I said that. So go ahead and just take it
yeah,
because I don't know what
I've
I'm
got it.
prepared.
I'll use it for sure.
All right, end of discussion.
I know my lower lesser restoration at least delayed some of the delay of his leg. I think
Well,
8 hours or
I could
something like
take that too. I thought about taking it myself, but
That's just a band aid though. We got to get this thing fixed. The
Yeah,
lesser
and
restoration.
well, I think one of our next first stops is take the kids, make sure they're safe, tell them that their parents told us to take them with to the Wizards of Wine. We can stop by the Abbey on the way because there is a Abbey there. Hopefully, multiple people can be able to heal him there, unless it's been taken over by demons.
just find a
Howdy.
We
Walgreens.
hear you, Jared. I hear you, Jared.
Hello.
Yes, Jared, we hear you.
Man.
Jared, we
he
hear
doesn't sound
you.
like he can hear us.
Hi there, hello. No,
Doesn't
Where'd
sound
Jared
like
go?
it. Well, when the next time we level up in a year and a half, um, Twilight Cleric has some pretty cool shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
I like that optimism.
you
At
just
6th
wait.
level,
Hey, there we go.
hey,
Yeah, we hear you.
6th level in dimmer darkness, I can give myself a flying speed equal to my walking speed.
Nice.
Oh,
Sweet.
that's badass. Just wait,
You'll
guys.
never make it.
That's what I said. That's what I said in a year and a half.
Just wait till Oglethorpe turns level 6. You will see why he was.
Well, but just based on the towns we visit, we can go to the next town, then just immediately leave and go to the next town and level up.
There we go.
Well, you can try.
Burn it down.
Is this not fucking working?
You sounded just like Anakin there, Jared.
And I said you can try.
Mm-hmm.
You can try.
Thought you were calling him a whiny little bitch.
No, didn't Obi-Wan say? You didn't Obi-Wan say I'm going to stop you? And he goes, "You can try." When they were on the map,
Yep,
that Matt.
that's right.
No,
My
just
siren
complain
scape
about
goes
sand
through.
for a while.
Yeah.
That'll help.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see.
Before our rest, I believe Stella wanted to do something, and then I would like to attempt something after our rest in level 1.
For some reason, my Sirenscape is not working. There were 15 updates on Discord tonight, so on mine. So I'm guessing it's fucked up all my settings again.
Well, I never did get the download Strahd, so let me see if I can find a thing on here.
Hey, Taraka, how are you tonight?
It's very disappointing.
So if I'm a 5th level cleric with a con modifier of 3, should my HP be? I mean, it rolls for it. Does it roll for it, or does it just do the average on fantasy grounds?
It takes
when
care
you
of it for
level
you.
up, it does it for you.
Okay, I was just making sure. I didn't
Just
know
like
if
Jared said
39 felt
earlier,
low.
for level 1, you get your full dice plus your full con.
Right.
Then every level after that, you get half of your dice plus 1, then plus your con. So
Okay.
if your dice is 8, you get 4 plus 1 is 5 plus your con for every one after that. They don't make it confusing or anything.
It's the crowing.
I'm trying to find something that sounds like woods and stuff.
That sounds
I thought
good.
we were being attacked by the were-ravens.
This right here sounds good.
I hear crickets.
That's just crickets, yeah.
All right. Hi, everybody.
Hey. Good evening.
Dude, give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You go ahead. I can hear, but I just got to take care of something real quick.
Ninja piss.
All right. So you guys have escaped the burning of Vallaki. You came to town, and well, snowballing effect of your actions resulted in disaster.
Our
You've
actions.
gone. Yep.
Their
Yep.
actions.
I claim innocence.
And you've gone to the edge of town. All right, probably a little bit further away, gotten into the woods, and you have had a rest. So I would like, first and foremost, everyone, let's hear about your level ups.
All right.
Oglethorpe. What? No, Oglethorpe went away. Y'all go first. Tell me
Oglethorpe's here.
what's new. Oh, Oglethorpe's here. Oglethorpe, tell me what's new.
All right. Let's see. Oglethorpe, level 5. Pretty much, it's a big level for a wizard just because of like everybody else, third level spells. But it's really good for him because he picked up one spell specifically at 3rd level that is now available to wizards called Spirit Shroud, which I will never cast ever, but it is probably my most useful spell because it deals radiant damage, and anything in my spell book, like a 3rd level spell, if it deals radiant damage, I don't even have to have it prepared. It has to be in my book. I can change any 3rd level spell to radiant damage at that point, like Fireball, Lightning Bolt, or any of my up level spells from like level 1, like Chromatic Orb. I can now do a 5d8 Chromatic Orb Radiant. I can now do a 48 Radiant Shatter. I can now do a 64. This is the big one. 64 of my up level one. 64 Tasha's Caustic Brew as Radiant, and that 64 will hit them every single round after that until they waste a round to wipe it off. So it's pretty good. I'm pretty excited about Spirit Shroud because wizards just don't get any radiant damage, and that's why I haven't really been able to pump out much stuff. So as soon as I can get that book back, if I ever do, I'm not assuming I will ever get it back, but if I do, then I will have a radiant fireball, and Barovia will not know what hit it.
All
But
He's
that's
right.
gonna
it for
burn
me,
down the
really.
other half of Valaki.
So it's a good level for me. Next level is probably my best level of the entire Order of Scribes, though. So I'm really hoping that I will level up before I croak from this, cancer. So
Jeez, man.
Nice.
I don't know if it's gonna
Uh,
happen though, man. We level up so slow. It's gonna get me
Optimism.
before.
Optimism is the key.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm looking
guys,
good. I'm not croaking anytime soon, guys.
Can you all hear me now?
I can hear you. You're
Yep.
just kind of muffled
barely.
sounding.
Hang on just one
Well,
second.
yeah, I just turned off my earbuds and I'm back on my phone. I can hear through my earphones, but you all couldn't hear me. That's never happened before tonight.
Never
You
happened
sound
to me
better.
before. It's crazy.
You sound.
I'll keep fucking with it.
You're still muffled sounding though.
Someone's trying to
Tell your
strangle you,
wife to take the
turtleneck.
pillow off your face so you can play D&D.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, who wants to share next?
I'll go next since just my faith in Saloon has never been stronger. Another level of cleric. I mean, with fifth level, you get destroy undead for some pretty low
Sweet.
stuff. But main thing is spirit guardians
That's huge.
and some of my domain spells are pretty huge. Aura Vitality and Lehman's Tiny Hut.
Oh, we're gonna use the hell out of Tiny Hut, dude.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
And
tiny.
it's a domain spell, so it doesn't take up a slot, a preparation slot. So,
Jeez.
That's
I
awesome.
should have gone into the spell list and banned some spells.
well, too late now, isn't it? Also, I
Don't
do
tell
have a
him that.
question. Do have a question because
Yes.
I do have remove curse with Salim's leg because it came from a crit. I know you said the greater restoration would work, but would remove that curse technically work for it as well?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Oh, he's gonna make you burn it.
Yep.
Yep. All right. That answers my question.
You wouldn't respect me if I didn't.
That's true.
I would.
That is
I
also
would
true.
not. I don't respect you anyway, but
Well, that's fair. Totally
But
fair.
Were we supposed to?
Well, and I like to think that maybe there was a little bit of
we
respect
respect
there, but
Scarlet.
it's fair. Well,
I mean,
that's that's
we
fine.
mostly cuss about you
Well, that's fine too.
for yeah
That means
trying to
I'm
kill
doing my
us and
job, so I'll
not
count
letting
that
us
as
level
respect.
up.
Mother
Yeah.
Scratcher.
I think that should be. I think it's it for me, really.
All right, Salim, what you got?
I
Well,
think my
Salim, the biggest thing Salim got really was a extra attack.
Okay.
I think. But he did do some spell switching. He got some new oath spells, Darkness and Crown of Madness.
Okay.
Which Crown of Madness is, it sounds cool, but it's not really. It's kind of a crap spell. But he did get two second level spells, which are Branding Smite and Magic Weapon, so that I can, since we're not going to get any magic weapons, I can at least make my own weapon magic.
All right. That's a wise choice.
I tell you what though. Now that I think about it though, Crown of Madness in certain situations I think it would work great. Like I think that would have been awesome on Isaac. To turn him against the Baron. I think that would have been cool as hell. even though it wasted your action, But if we ever get in a situation similar to something like that, then I think Crown of Madness could be a pretty cool spell
Yeah.
to
I mean,
use.
it does sound really cool. It needs a damage component, but I think.
Yeah, it needs some
But
tweaking. I agree.
and that's really it. The extra attack was my big thing as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Zlatan Miroslav, what you got? All right. Well, he's fixing whatever he's fixing. Reverend Raylan, what you got?
Well, I took another level of cleric, of course. 9 caster level spells, and my disciple of life can give extra bonuses if I use things at higher levels, which is good. Um, I took a nice spell or two just to try to help keep us alive some more. I feel a little guilty over, some of our choices and me, keeping, talking my mouth, trying to get people riled up to do stuff, and it didn't go great. But feeling a little bit of sadness about that, I want to go over to Atlas and just, kind of say to him, I feel really guilty about a lot of stuff, and I want to give as little as damage to our friends as I possibly can in this cursed dark gift that I have. Since you have some sort of resistance to this poison stuff, would you mind if I even that out a little bit and maybe, I don't want to hurt anybody else by giving them vulnerability. I know that it won't hurt you as bad, so I would like to ask your permission.
But the DM does not want to put any poison enemies in front of me, so why not?
Okay.
Okay.
I will do that then, and then I will, I'm saying we kind of leveled up, and I'm going to go over to not Aklis, Celine, and I am going to go ahead and try to cast Remove Curse from him.
Okay. So this is the morning. We're not going to do that just yet because we're not through everything else yet. So
Okay.
let's continue with the level ups. Celine or Aklis, what have you got?
Yeah, so Aklis has been spending the last several hours toiling. He's brewing an experimental elixir, but he's
Yeah.
also been mumbling and praying to Tiamat, who he is hoping will help him wreak his vengeance on who kidnapped his daughter. And in return, he has leveled up, and he has acquired a couple of new spells. So he's able to cast level 2 spells now.
Yeah.
He has prepared aid so that he could help his comrades
Nice.
with a little extra HP. But he's also got flaming sphere, not spear, sphere. So he can do quite a bit of damage with that, as well as an acid arrow that he can cast at level 2. And he switched up his level 1 spells a bit. But more importantly, he has taken the Shocking Grasp cantrip so that he can cast that using Wadsworth. And he has foregone his magical defense, so his AC will go down by 1, in order to take Enhanced Weapon as his infusion in addition to Wadsworth. So he's now got a magic spear that he attacks with.
Sweet.
Do you
Taking
have
a page out of the old Calamus Shocking Grass book, are you?
It
Reminder
seemed a
also,
good idea.
I forgot. I removed mold earth from my cantrips and got Spare the Dying just since we die all the time. I
Okay.
figured that might.
Did you also, Aklis, do you have a magic helmet?
I don't
go
think I
along
have
with
a
his
Got
magic.
his spitwin
magic
magic
spear?
helmet.
No magic helmet.
That's too bad.
I am willing to take that, though, if you're willing to give it to me.
All right. Stella, how about you? What does 5th level Stella look like?
I don't even want to know.
She hasn't really changed a whole lot. She got uncanny dodge, and her sneak attack went up.
Yeah, she only does 3d6 sneak attack, and she is resistant to all damage. Every round.
She gets 8 attacks, and
She's
Well, the uncanny
badass,
dodge is
man.
the reaction, right?
Yeah, but still, you take half
Yeah.
damage.
Oh, still, I think
Yeah.
rogues are the most overpowered in
Oh,
the
they're
game.
crazy, and they get the most. Those in fighters get the most ability score bumps too. It's just crazy.
Yep.
I mean,
She'd also
All
like
right.
to talk to Aklis at some point. Do you want her to wait till
Yeah,
everyone's done?
yeah. Well, let's get through everybody through all the other level ups, and I think the last one because Jide's not here yet, so we'll hear from Zlatan, and then we will go to your conversation.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
yep.
All right. Well, I'm giving up on the earbuds for now. I can hear you guys, but you can't hear me through the earbuds. It's never happened before. So, um, Dr. Zlatan Miroslav, as time goes by, he just realizes that his previous life of being a nature cleric to Ilmater is just becoming more and more of a distant memory, and his powers that he used to have are no longer available to him. And as this has occurred, he's become more primal and more less cautious than he might have been at times. And he's just relying more and more on the formidable power of nature and the unnatural to survive in this Barovia that he never expected to find himself in. So he'll be calling on the powers of nature more than ever.
Okay.
With summoning and a lot of summoning and a lot of plant related strategies.
Very cool.
All right. Aklis, very quickly.
Yeah.
What would you say your alignment was going into this adventure? It was not on your sheet.
It is on my sheet.
Well,
No,
it is
somebody's
now
changed it.
because I just wrote something on your sheet.
He
Oh
would
wow.
have been more of mostly a neutral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with your prayers to Tiamat,
I was gonna say
a
the same thing.
a
Yeah.
chaotic evil um, queen of
Sweet.
dragons, and your quest for vengeance, you have had a shift in alignment.
Oh no.
Sweet.
Ooh.
So
Look over your shoulder,
that
everyone.
is on your sheet, and Stella, you had something you wanted to do, so you may do so.
Okay. So Stella's gonna um, kind of notice that Oglethorpe's not around, and she's gonna wander on over to Aklis. She's gonna kind of just slink on over there, and is Aklis sitting or is he standing?
He's crouched,
He's
tinkering with
crouched.
his potions and chemicals.
Okay, she's gonna wander on up to him, and she's gonna um, kind of nudge him a little bit with her head to let her know that she's there. She's gonna look up at him with the biggest cat eyes she can do, and she's gonna say that thank you for comforting me when we found my father. You are very kind. With my mother and father both dead, idiots for brothers who find no happiness with a younger sister, and a ruler who wants me dead, I have nowhere to go. And then she's going to kind of start to cry a little bit. Will you please provide me protection until I can find someplace safe? It won't be a bother. You won't even know I'm here.
So this obviously tears at Aklis's heart a bit. And he unfolds in response. He doesn't say anything. He just unfolds one wing and drapes the wing over. and continues tinkering.
I want to talk to you about the old man. I'm really afraid of him. Um, I know that Sunshine showed me Victor's body, but what if Victor left that body and entered someone else? I think Victor was trying to figure out how to live forever. All of his experiments with cats, they have 9 lives, and I also think he tried possession. The Baron wasn't always insane. I think he experimented on him, and it drove him crazy. What if Victor made it work? And I don't know what to do. What if Victor is here?
Young one, I understand your concern. We interrogated Victor deeply before he died. His interest was in escaping the mists. We saw no evidence, at least to my eye, of possession in his materials. The Baron is hungry for power, and in jealousy drives him insane. Do not believe your worries. They will lead you astray.
She's gonna kind of snuggle in closer to him and just kind of relax. And she's gonna hang out there with him.
Okay. So everyone eventually. Anybody else have anything to do to take care of, to conversations to have, anything in before you break camp here?
I just want to clarify one thing that we discussed with you several episodes ago and remind everybody kind of what was on our agenda. We had a lead to go after some werewolves and save Yeska. We were going to a wizard's tower to find, was it Van Richter? Is that who we were looking for, or somebody?
Yeah.
And then we were supposed to go to the Wizards of Wine for the Martikovs and find his family, which he asked us to do when we left him there in the stockade. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting or that we need to be reminded of? All these things were to the west, as I recall.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's it.
Okay. I know we were looking for St. Andrew's bones and we found them. I think we wrapped up everything that was going on with that orphanage. That kind of was a long time ago now, but that's where some of these side quests actually started. The werewolf and looking for Yeska. That seems like a long time ago, but in game time it would only be a couple of 2 or 3 days.
Do we still need to do that now that the orphanage is burned? That Vlaki is burned? Man, I don't know.
We don't know how much of it's burned. We just know that it was burning.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we were all reminded of those 3 and make sure that there wasn't something that was beyond those 3. If I don't remind myself every few episodes, I'll forget.
I mean, we could always all try to do a sending in there too, I guess, if we wanted to see if anybody was alive in there.
You can only send so far. I don't know how far away we are now.
There's a
think
couple
sending-
miles, I thought.
Yeah, I was gonna say sending has a pretty big range.
Well, let's send
Yeah, it's
to
huge.
Martikov or somebody and ask and see if he answers.
Is it Martikov or Morodikov?
Martikov, I could be wrong.
Yeah,
'Cause I
sending
got-
range is unlimited, by the way.
I got it wrong in the journal. I thought it was Morodikov. So
We knew who you were talking about.
Okay.
No big deal.
All right. So when you guys, you all had not yet found the children, I don't believe.
Mm-mm.
Well, the children presumably are at the werewolves, is what I thought we were led to believe.
No, the
The Martikov children.
Oh, the Martikov children. Yeah, we're looking for them, and I think Aklas had sending communicated with them.
And before we went to bed, I think we told them to meet us here.
Okay. So you're going to count on the children to find you in the wilderness, okay?
I mean, they're birds. They
Rex?
can cover a lot of ground.
Oh, they can
I'm
find
just,
us
I'm just,
easily.
I'm just clarifying. That's what we're doing.
We can go to where, I mean, we can, I think realistically, I think using the sending communication, we would communicate with them, and if they can come to us, fine. If we need to go towards them, I think that's what we would do.
I
But
mean, that was before arrest.
presumably
So
they're birds.
if they didn't find us in 8 hours, I guess we do have to go looking for them. I mean,
Yep. Yeah. This is.
they weren't
I'm
far.
kind of envisioning these things happening before the rest here. The conversation with Aklis and Stella, the other things that some of you have told me you wanted to do in texts. Those are happening either before the rest or after as you're settling in. So as you all wind down for the night, anything else before the rest actually takes effect?
Is there any crows or is there any ravens that are like in the woods around us by chance?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
I would like to do that as well.
Okay.
With guidance.
Oh, I forgot I can give myself guidance.
Other than the bells ringing from town, the occasional shout and yelling, and the crackle of fire far in the distance, and the glow of the fire far in the distance, you do not see much of anything in the forest. It's very eerily quiet and still.
In that case, just basically praying and going through the spells at night.
Okay. All right, so you one by one drift off. Is anybody having a watch, or are you exhausted and just passing out? Because you're all
I
pretty
would
well
say we're
exhausted.
having a watch because we're waiting for the kids to show up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll definitely I'll take a watch.
Okay.
Yeah, Atlas would too.
All right. So everybody that's doing your watch is. So anybody else going to do a watch?
I'm good for a watch.
Perception checks.
Oh,
Yeah, I can
Lothar
go
will
watch
not be
later.
doing a watch. He's
I'm
mentally
pretty-
exhausted.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty
So
tired after all that.
first watch is y'all. Give me a perception check.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and give guidance as well. I'll just add it afterwards. Yikes. So 10.
Okay. It's quiet, it's still, and it's just a flickering glow of fire off in the distance of Valaki. Who's next on the watch list?
I guess I'll
Atlas will go.
go ahead, Agnes.
Oh, go ahead, Lee.
No, you're fine.
Nice. I was about to ask if you got a bonus from Wadsworth flying around.
He would have his own role. I need
Yeah.
his character sheet open.
Oh,
Have him flying around as like a little sentry.
Hey, James, when he gives you the stat block, drag it down
Yeah.
into your quick bar. 'Cause that's where I've
That's a good
always got
idea.
Calamus down
Yeah.
there, and I don't have to ask for it anymore.
Good idea. Thank you.
No problem. Just makes things so much easier.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have before I went to bed. I should have gave whoever was next Eyes of the Night. If I can retroactively do that, I don't know if I
You
can
can
or
give
not.
all of us Eyes of the Night.
Yep. Yeah, you're
And
right.
Watch.
watch before you rest.
So yeah, before I go to bed, I'm gonna go ahead and just go around and give everybody Eyes of the Night. So everybody should have dark vision and vision up to 300 feet now.
For how
Is that
long?
something you've always been able to do?
Yep.
Yeah. Since the
Twilight
You
beginning.
can
cleric.
give it to more than one person. You don't have to. You have to like focus on.
Nope.
No.
Here, I'll
It's
go
like
ahead
a
and put it in the text box.
it's a
That's
ring.
okay.
It's like a
Domain
diameter.
thing.
Yeah,
300
As
it's a
long as,
Twilight
you stay
domain.
within that radius, everybody has it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
up
to
to a
stay.
number. Up to a number of creatures equal to your wisdom modifier. My wisdom's +4, so.
Are
All
you
right.
feeling anything during the?
I'll
It
take
lasts
it
for 1
because
hour.
Yeah, it
I'll
lasts
take it
for an
just
hour,
because
so.
I don't have dark vision.
So it really only helps
It's
Yeah, it
only
would
for the
only
first
really
watch.
help
person
whoever would
who
be, the next
whoever
watch.
gets the
Uh,
first call, the first
I don't
one.
have dark vision either.
Yeah, just give it to the people that are doing watches. Then don't give it to
Yeah.
me
Well, it would only last for an hour, so it'd whoever really be the next watch.
because I can look through a calamus.
And I've got dark
Anything I
up
want.
to 60, so
All right. Who's got the third watch? As Aklis all remains quiet.
I guess I'll take the third watch.
Okay.
He said Perceptione.
Ooh, it's a delay. Ooh, 9 20.
Damn.
That's a
At some
clean.
point late in the watch, late in your watch, you do hear in the trees above you some fluttering as perhaps a bird or two land high on the limbs of a nearby tree,
Hmm.
but it remains quiet otherwise.
I can't. I mean, we all know that we're kind of waiting for him. I mean, so guys, could I like kind of
You can do
Brom?
Fuck
whatever
off!
you'd like.
Fuck
Fuck
off!
off! Fuck off! Brom. I just kind of whisper, Brom, Bray, we're here. If I mean, not loud, not like super loud or anything,
Right.
just like conversational.
Um,
Other than
it's kind
that,
of quiet for it's kind of quiet for a second, and two ravens fly into the firelight and land next to the fire. And they begin to shimmer and shift. And the two Mardukov boys are there before you,
Sweet.
I
scared
I check them
and
out. I mean,
frightened.
do they look hurt or injured? I ask them if they're okay.
We're okay. We're okay.
Uh,
Are our parents okay? Are our parents
Oh,
okay?
oh.
Did you see them?
we we did not see them. They did stay behind though. They insisted on staying in the stockades to appease the Baron, but we did not see them after we were made to leave. And he slides him some food and water from the evening meal. You all should eat something and try to get some sleep.
And they scarf down the food that you give them, and they look for an empty space next to the fire, and they cuddle up next to each other and fitfully drift off to sleep. And who will have the fourth and final watch?
Is that too loud music?
It's fine for me.
Okay.
Fine for me.
Fourth watch?
Is there nobody else to do it? If
I'll
I'll
take
do
it.
it. I just Oglethorpe was just so beat up mentally and physically.
Yeah, I'll take it. If you want to take the last one, that's fine.
This is the last one.
This is a lesson. Basically, it's
Oh,
four 2 hour sessions.
As I wake you up to
yeah.
start your turn, I let you know that the boys have shown up. Brom and Bray are here, and they're fed and asleep by the fire. So, and then I take my blanket and curl up.
All right, give me a perception check, Reverend Raylan. Okay. Off in the distance, and this is just before daybreak, you hear what sounds like the clomping of hooves
Oh no.
on the road, and it's pretty far. You know, it's on the very edge of hearing. Then you hear a neigh, a whinny of a horse, and then it goes quiet. And you awaken as the sun rises over the burning city of, or burning town of Valaki, and the new day awaits you.
We're all just, this music fits perfect. We're all just looking at Blocky burn.
Yep. All right. So, Reverend Raylan, you were going to do a remove curse on Salim. Is that accurate?
That's what he said.
Yes, sir. Yes, let's give it a shot. Sorry.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I hope this works and doesn't waste your spell.
Yeah. If it works or if it does not, we will know more information.
I'm just going to read remove curse real quick.
Just slap it in the chat, CJ.
So you put your hand on Salim's leg.
Oh.
Inner thigh.
And what do you say? What
It's
is
the
your
lower leg.
verbal and
It's the
somatic?
lower leg.
What's your verbal and
It's the
somatic
third leg.
component?
Below the knee.
It's more of a purifying type ritual. I just kind of, reach out to Sin, and my hands start to glow red, and I just kind of repeat, "Oh, you beautiful, blah 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 blah," and go down his leg from top to bottom. Rose red
All right.
light coming out.
The third
Okay.
leg.
Restore the
So-
beauty that was his once fine calf and thigh muscles.
Red rocket. Red rocket.
Thank you for noticing.
So mark off that
They're like bull hearts.
third level spell slot as Salim, he puts his hand on your leg and your knee, and he begins to massage, and it warms.
No, I didn't say any
as
of
it
that.
glows.
So you use the scented oils.
and he gets a little close
To what?
to your inner thigh, a time or
Touches
two.
the tip.
So many movies
And,
have started this way.
You feel the warmth pulsing through your
Come on.
cursed knee.
So it was
And
cursed.
it begins to feel normal for the first time in days
Oh.
Yeah.
as your curse is removed.
Ah,
Yeah.
Thank God.
Not good as new. I apologize for the touchy feely, whatnot, but but look at
That's
it.
all
It's
right.
amazing. It's beautiful.
I appreciate the leg, but fixing the leg, but could you at least give me a reach around next time before you?
You can
Some
stop touching.
essential
You
oil.
can
I
stop
was going
touching
to
him
suggest.
now, Raylan.
You need a few more.
I'm healed. I'm healed,
healing
Raylan. I'm healed now. It's all right.
You need
He's
a
like backing away,
few more
and
healing spells to
he's
make
crab
yourself
walking
crazy enough
backwards.
to
Oh,
me.
oh, Reverend.
Raylan's crawling in the sleeping bag with him.
All right, so curse is
Nice.
removed,
Way to go, Raylan.
and those of you who slept through the night, you wake up to see Brom and Bray there beside the fire. And man, those little bastards got more hit points than all you all.
Probably.
I'd hope so. I only have 27.
Yep. And
All y'all.
a new misty day in Barovia is upon you. What do you do?
All right. Choices are.
As Miroslav mentioned earlier, everything is basically to the west. There is a road. You all are in the forest, north of the road, west of Valaki.
Should we at least try to send out a sending before
We can
we
talk
head
to the
out?
parents.
Yeah, at least see if
You
they
send-
answer.
Don't do it in front of the kids, though.
Yeah.
I think it's telepathic, so I don't think he has. Does it say it out
Yeah,
loud?
You're right.
I think it's telepathic. I'm gonna double check.
Way to the Wizards of the Wine. Take them to the Wizards of the Wine. Help whoever is in trouble there, and
Yeah,
have
'cause that's
family
their
reunited.
grandfather. Their
Yeah.
grandfather
Yeah.
lives there. So
Yep.
that's where we have to take them.
hmm
Okay. So what's your message?
Aklis is going to say the children are safe and will remain so as long as we live. Will you find us?
There's a long period of silence. And you hear, even though it's telepathy, you hear what it sounds like a bedraggled voice in response. Thank you. Thank you for taking our children.
Oh, they're alive.
There's still tense moments here in Valaki. Please, keep them safe. Keep them secret.
That's
And
awesome. I thought they were dead. For sure.
Cool.
Close.
So Aklis was it Oglethorpe who suggested the sending? Who suggested it?
I think I
I
did.
figured, yeah, I was gonna say we figured we should
Well, it
have.
might have been more than one of us.
Yeah.
I thought y'all did first.
All right.
I'm not 100%
Yep.
sure. Y'all did a long
All
time
right.
before we started.
So Aklis looks at y'all and just gives him a nod, just like an affirmative nod.
Cool. That's
And kneels. Go ahead.
no. Y'all just gonna take a big sigh of relief. He's been worried about these people for, especially since we saw the town go up.
Well, you've got more of
Yeah.
a bond with them probably than anybody, just because when
Oh,
you
for sure.
revealed yourself, he revealed himself. That was really a powerful moment. So
It
Oh, yeah.
was.
So yeah, that's just a huge sigh of release, or huge sigh of relief for y'all. Big weight off his shoulders.
A necklace then kneels down next to the children and says, "We must take you to the Wizards of Wine, to your grandfather, where you will be safe. We have every reason to believe your parents will survive. They are strong people."
thank you. I fear it will be a perilous road. But thank you.
Well, we just leveled up, so should be okay.
All right.
I think we can set apart some time, children. I would say that if there is a moment when you see some ruffians about and we might come to fisticuffs, please disappear. Fly up into the trees. Please go away. Don't risk yourselves, please.
don't be brave. Now is not the
Fly,
time.
you fools. Literally.
And the little
Fly.
one just pisses down his leg, even talking about ruffians. No. Okay,
Time
so
of
what do
year.
you guys want to do?
Oh, who could possibly be more rough than us?
You're fun. You're a funny dragon.
I would say whichever one of those places is the closest or on the way, so to speak, is
I
where we would
agree.
go next.
Okay, so
I
you're just,
agree with
basically
Dr. Miroslav.
you're going to take off to the west, basically.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Go west, young man.
All right. So you set out walking. You're going along the road. It's quiet. It's misty. There is no sun as usual. And you go through the morning and into the early afternoon. And you see in the distance a bridge, stone bridge. And
Black
as you
Knight.
get to this bridge, see a fairly swift moving river flowing from south to north.
The river is flowing away from the lake?
The river is flowing to the lake. It's flowing
Yeah.
from the south to the north, to the lake.
Gotcha. Thank you.
And just beyond the bridge, you see what appears to be a crossroads. And then you see something that you don't expect. Parked at the
Spanish
fork
Inquisition.
in the road. And this fork in the road that basically goes, it continues going kind of southwest, or it goes north, or it goes southeast. So that's that basically it's a four-way intersection more or less.
We
And
have
parked,
maps, right? Because we had talked to people about
Yeah,
the
I'm looking at the
directions that
map
we
right
would
now.
need. Yeah,
yeah, you have rough maps.
right.
Parked at this, and this is the Luna River Crossroads, is what this is called from your map. It's a little bit further than you expected it to be from where you were, but you see a large black carriage drawn by two huge black. These horses puff steamy breath into the chill mountain air. And as you come nearer, the side door of the carriage swings open silently. And the carriage just sits there.
Maybe we can try to flag a ride at the
Yeah, does it
crossroad.
look like it is big enough to hold all of us?
Well, Salim, after getting his leg healed, he just stuck that out there, and somebody just stopped because he had his leg all shiny.
Does
I'm
it look like it's
immediately
large enough
skeptical.
to hold all of us?
Well, you can go up there and check it out and see. It's a large carriage.
I'm gonna first cast detect magic, see what kind of magic it's got,
How
if
far
it
away
has
are
any.
we?
It's 100 yards away from at this point.
Oh, 100 yards. Okay, I'll save detect magic until we get closer.
I'd say we could all go up, 30, 60 feet
When I get
Yeah,
until we know
when I get
we don't
within
have to
60
land.
feet, I'm going to reach out with my divine sense.
Okay.
I forgot that was 60. That's pretty cool.
You do not detect any fiends or undead or fae.
I will send
Fae, fiends, and
Calamus
undead. Sorry.
over to inspect it.
Any strong
Okay.
evil or good?
You no.
I send Calamus over to inspect it.
Okay.
He flutters over, within, just a couple feet of it, flies around the top, sides, back,
Give me a
front.
perception check.
Let me get Calamus to do it.
So Calamus communicates to you that there is an envelope on the seat. You can see through the window on the seat of the carriage.
I will get 60 feet away from it and I will mage hand. I will use my telekinesis to zip the
Okay.
letter over to myself.
It is an
No.
envelope.
Is it marked with anything? Does it have
It is sealed. It is not marked, but it is sealed with a red wax.
I'll break the seal and
Okay.
open it and read it.
All right.
The seal itself. Okay, I was going to ask if you had a picture of the seal.
My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle, so that we can meet in civilized surroundings.
God.
Just
Your
like
passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your
You know,
host.
if I didn't have to get my back waxed, I would be there in a second.
Your host, Strahd von Zarevich.
Yeah, Oglethorpe had just read that whole thing aloud to all of you.
is there more risk in attending or defying?
Are we also going to bring the kids? What are we going to do with them?
That is an excellent question. I have a feeling that once we get in this carriage, we will not get out of the carriage until we're at
I
Strahd's
have a
castle.
feeling this
That's what
Strahd
I'm
wants
saying.
to talk to us. I don't feel like he's going to keep us. But they feel
If
like
you are proficient in religion, please give me a religion check.
I actually
This
may
is written in
be.
cursive. It is not intended for millennials.
I did not hear
Of
what
course, I
that
would
was.
drop my natural
He
20.
did not go to public school.
Oh. Wow, all you guys are proficient in religion? Damn.
You got a bunch of clerics in here.
I'm not even cleric, and I am.
All right, so
I'm not.
Reverend and Salim,
I'm a
you realize
17.
you know a little bit of undead and in particular vampires, and you know that their tendency, while evil certainly, they do tend to be of a lawful evil variety.
So they're not liars.
So you would expect that if he is giving you his word that you will be safe, you would expect that you should be safe.
The
Yes,
passage
it's you.
there will be a safe one.
Do we have
Yeah.
any way of knowing what route it would take to get to the Count's castle? Does it like
You,
go by the Wizards of Wine so that we could
you,
drop
you
the
know that
kids off?
you know that the castle is back to the east.
Oh, that's right.
Bloody
That's
hell.
right.
That sucks.
The opposite direction from where we're heading. And we know that he headed off to the east with Irina
That's right.
when they departed.
Yeah, you got to figure he's got Irina.
Well, I mean,
We could always write him a note back.
can't the werewavens just fly to the castle, to the Wizards of Wine?
Let's ask
Kyle,
them.
How
yeah,
far
do they
away
know
is
where
it?
it
Do
is?
we know where it is?
Yeah, if they know where they are.
Have
Or
they
know
been
where
there
it is.
before?
Oh, I'm sure they visited their grandfather.
I
Is
do
there no one
believe
in
that
this carriage that we
No one
see?
is in the
no.
carriage.
I would like to spend 10 minutes and cast a ritual.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I want to do that too. I want to cast augury.
Yeah, find
Like
out
that.
if it's a good idea to go east or continue west.
Zlatan,
I do.
What
what
was
is your
John
ritual?
gonna do?
Yeah, John can go first.
Johnny?
Zlatan.
Spending 10 minutes of preparation. I walk up to the draft horses at the front of the carriage and I look intently into their eyes I start speaking in a strange voice that no one recognizes, except for the horses. And I say, we mean you no harm. We have been bidden by your master that you would take us to him. Can you share your route? How long will it take?
Our route
Speak with
is
animals.
east.
Ritual.
Yep.
Nice.
He says
cool.
that the route is to the east. We will follow the road home.
All right. And
How
then
long it would take to
Horses are not super intelligent creatures. I'm going to look and make sure. But,
Oathbreaker is.
well, this is not Oathbreaker.
I do feel that the Baron would live up to his word. You know, it is like vampires and is like nobility on crack. You know, they do respect those things. So if they invite you in and bid you welcome, as you know, if they put food out, you should eat it without like purifying it and whatnot, because they will take offense and murder us.
A
So
draft horse has an intelligence of 2. He basically is communicating with you that the path is along the road to the east. He's just not capable enough to know much beyond that.
How many days have you been traveling to find us here? Since you last saw your master.
How
What
many
is a day?
sunrises and sunsets?
how many moons?
We left when we left. We were here when we were here, is the basic response that you get.
All right. Well, that's going on. I'm gonna.
Once
I'm
we
gonna.
start this journey, can we pause along the way?
We shall run until we are home.
How long could you wait for us here?
Good question.
Yep, that's the right one.
You either come or you do not. We leave either way.
Hmm.
Any other questions, guys? I'm about out. I mean, I can talk as long as I want, but I don't have any more good ideas.
I mean, we do have specific. We'd all want to see Irina, of course. We all want to try to talk her out of it, of course, and see where she's at. But we have a responsibility for these children as well. Arena, we know what Arena would tell us to do. Arena would tell us to take the children.
I know, but Oglethorpe's going to say, I don't know if we can pass up this opportunity to gain more knowledge of our situation. I mean, Strahd holds the key to getting us out of Barovia. Strahd holds the key that locks Irina in her chains. This may be a once in a lifetime opportunity for us.
He holds the key to my daughter.
Exactly. And Professor Pavos.
Agree with you. We have twice given our word to the Mordekovs that we would go to the Wizards of Wine and deliver their children and find their grandfather. We do have some obligation. It is a difficult conundrum, to be sure.
Would we?
I will read
Would
this
you?
again.
Would
Go ahead.
I was just thinking to the group. Would you? We'd want to write a note. I do have a royal seal myself. We could always write him a note and say we will be shortly delayed, uh, but we will be there as soon as we can after we.
Strahd will wait.
I don't think Strahd is looking for a pen pal.
Yeah, so I'll read the note again, um, just to make sure you got it all. Know that as I who brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd.
Yeah. It
I'm
doesn't.
keen to go, but what are we going to do with these kids? I mean, that's the problem.
Just tell
Right.
them to
Yeah,
find the
exactly.
wizards. They gotta go. They gotta go on their own. But listen. The way Oglethorpe, he's the one reading this. He's like, it doesn't sound like we have a choice in this matter. He says, I await your arrival. I fear
Yeah,
for
we
you.
know that he could just show up. Yes, we know
I,
he could show up and kill us. So yes, going would be the.
I, and Oglethorpe will lean down and look at the children. He's like, children, do you know the way to the Wizards of Wine? Do you know where your grandfather lives? You are were ravens. I assume you fly great distances around Valaki with your parents. I'm sure they've shown you.
We've flown before, but never on our own.
But you do know the
And
way.
and the oldest one speaks up. I think I can make it. I think I can get us there. I I think if we follow the road and then I just have to know for sure when to turn south. I think I think when we see the tower, I think I can't. It's been a long time.
Can we check our maps? Because I know that somebody told us how to get there. Or Mardukov told us how to get there, so he had written us a map, or we were writing maps
I will
when he told
give
Wow.
us where
them.
to go.
If he eats
We
have a
all
map,
got it
I'll
out with him,
give
I
them
think.
my map.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish talking to these kids. Oglethorpe is going to go to the older one, and he's gonna like put his both of his hands on his like biceps and hold him, and he's not shaking or anything, but he's gonna hold him tightly and look at him in the eyes. He's like, you have to be sure. You have to be sure of yourself. You have to be brave, and you have to take care of your little brother. But you have to make sure that you find your way to the Wizards of Wine. We promised your father that we would take you there ourselves, but unfortunately, we have to go on a journey that is far too dangerous for you. So you must finish this trek on your own. Do you understand? He looks at him dead in the eye.
Yeah. Yes, I know. I can do it at the winery. It's in a large clearing in the forest. It's to the south and to the west of the tower. I know I can find it. I know I can. Yes, I
What?
can
What?
do it.
Take care of your little brother, for where we are going is far too dangerous for you. But we have no choice in the matter. And then he stands up.
Fly, little bird, fly.
Aklis will say, "You may hear my voice in your mind. Know that
Oh
I am
yeah,
with you.
awesome.
Do not be frightened if you hear me, but respond in kind if you can."
I bet if
So
it
the
was
little
called the
one,
Wizards of
looks
Chocolate Milk, they could get there.
Bray, clearly looks a little nervous, but Brahm is he's standing chest out. He's got a lot of peach fuzz on his top lip.
There you go.
He's feeling good about himself. He's got responsibility, and he's ready to do it.
I get him. I'll cast good berries, and so I'll go ahead and give him all of them.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
So
prepare
there's
them as much
40,
as we
40
can.
hit points worth of 4 piece.
Okay.
In 10 days worth of rations.
Yeah, mark all that stuff. Whatever you're doing for them, mark everything off on their sheets, and I'm going to make notes of it.
before they go, I want to give them the toy I got from Blinsky's.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Bray reaches out and takes that, and he says, "Belinsky's funny."
Be safe, little one.
Remember to be happy.
Hi, happy.
Yeah, but
Happy.
Should some contact the parents and let them know that Strahd has intervened and that the kids have to go it alone? And do they have anything to say to the kids that would help them remember where it is that they need to turn to go south?
it's up to you guys.
I don't have the sending spell, so.
I guess you know this road is going to take us right back through Valaki.
Yeah.
The horses aren't going to stop, though. They're going to run all the way.
Yeah. I just think we have to go, guys. I just don't think we can pass up this opportunity. Plus, I don't think we have a choice. He's going to come. I mean,
Yeah,
if we don't do it, we're going to pay for it.
I'm gonna ask. I did ask that first question with Augury, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask again.
Okay, well,
Gonna
I sent
ask.
you the answer, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna use it again because I'm
Okay.
worried about these children's well-being. So I wanna ask Saloon if she'll guide that way, and what if I'll get Wheel or Woe on their journey to the Wizards of Wine.
Okay. So you cast it again,
Mm-hmm.
and the sense that you get back is the you get the sense like you felt when you first woke up in the mist, and there is no clear answer. It is shrouded, as if Saloon herself cannot see through the mist to provide guidance to this question. It is too unknown. There is no way for her to tell.
Oh. Shit. Okay. All right. Well, before when they're going and when they're leaving, when I hand them the toy, I'm gonna go ahead and put his hand kind of in mine, and I'll go ahead and cast a Vigilant Blessing, just in case he does get into fight. He'll have advantage on initiative,
Okay.
and then kind of rub his head. May Saloon guide you through the night. Follow her stars. She'll steer you no wrong. Good luck.
All right.
Atlas is going to give them his experimental elixir.
Nice.
And he says, I don't know what this will do.
You'll be able to fly.
Just trust me and drink it.
So y'all take that off your sheet if that's something you had to cast, and Atlas take that off your
It's just a
inventory.
cleric thing I can use over and over. So
Okay. And
That only
anything
lasts
else you guys want to do with it?
one encounter, though, right?
yeah, just for their first encounter.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, this is disturbing. I don't know how to handle this. Oh shit, my mic's on.
Was anybody walked up to it? And we said we've looked. We looked inside yet?
Yeah, the note was the only thing that was in there.
No. Okay.
So this is like a regular passenger carriage. Is there a like a driver's seat.
Wonder if I'll let us keep it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a regular carriage.
But
All right.
there's no
So
drive.
I don't feel. I don't think that Salim would want to be inside the carriage, but if we're gonna go, he'll ride in
I would.
the.
Yeah, I'm probably I'm gonna be stuffed in there. I'm gonna be honest. So if there's enough room for me to like curl on the the floor or something,
You probably curl on the top up in werewolf mode.
yeah, could.
It's like Teen Wolf. You'd be surfing.
Okay, so Salim, you're getting on top. The little boys shimmer and change into ravens and fly off. Salim, you're getting on top in the passenger and the driver's section.
That is correct.
You notice there are no reins
I
to
figured
steer
as
the
much, but
horses.
he doesn't want to be confined.
I'll help
Okay.
Oglethorpe in if he's stricken.
Actually, and when you do that, he kind of slaps your hand away, and he looks over to Irina, and he goes,
Stella.
"I mean, sorry. I mean, I am an old man." It's like, young lady, would you mind helping an old man into this carriage? And he stares at her.
She'll walk on over there and she'll say, "With pleasure," and she'll help him into the carriage.
And then he'll say, please, please sit beside me for our journey. We have much to discuss.
At that, she's going to smile and she's just going to say that she's going to sit between DD, who is she's now referring to Aklis as, because he's Daddy Dragon, and Sunshine.
Wow, 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 wow.
And Oglethorpe will just say, that's most disappointing, young lady. And then he will sit down and he will just kind of stare at her through his monocle.
And she's going to go, meow, back away.
Ackless grunts, and a little green vapor emits from his nostrils.
And you can tell Oglethorpe is very uh, perturbed by all this. And he has just cannot stop. He's just staring daggers at Stella at the moment.
All right. So is everybody in the wagon, in the carriage?
Yes, is it a 3x3 seat thing? How is it? How big are the seats?
Um, it's a 3-row passenger vehicle.
It's a yeah. It's got the rear
The rear facing,
folding
it's got
seats back there.
well, and the third row faces out the back.
Yeah, and
You
it
know,
folds down for storage. And
yep,
Like the Zarevich family truckster.
that's right. That's exactly right.
Is it
So
more like a
y'all,
Tahoe or a station wagon?
it's like the old state, it's like a 1975, Caprice classic station wagon.
metallic P.
But yeah, that and it's the two seats in the very back. They're like right up against the back window.
Oh yeah.
Because they had to quit making them because so many kids were getting killed on rear end collisions. Um, so that's kind of what that's like. And so you all settle in, and the carriage. You close the carriage doors, and immediately a mist encircles you, encircles the carriage, and you hear the clop of hooves, and the mist gets darker and thicker, and you can feel that you're picking up speed, picking up speed, and then you begin to get drowsy. Even Celine, who is on top, as the mist dampens his clothes and his face and his. Do you have facial hair, Celine? Yep.
Yeah, I got a
Kind of
goatee.
your goatee gets wet and starts dripping from the mists, and you do not know how long it has been as you all drift off and then awaken suddenly as the carriage has quit moving.
Sounds at least like we've got a short rest there.
And you do not feel rested at all. In fact, you feel a little bit, almost a little drained by it, a little tired. Not exhausted, but it definitely was not a restful journey. And as you the carriage comes to a stop. Find this.
So it was like driving
And
through Atlanta on your way to Florida.
yeah,
Oh.
and the doors open, and
Everyone be polite, please.
as you step out of the carriage, though the mists are still around you, it is clear that it is now evening or night. The sun is set, and this thick, cold fog swirls in the courtyard, because yes, you are clearly in the courtyard. Sporadic flashes of lightning now lance the sweeping clouds overhead as thunder shakes the ground. It has begun to drizzle. You see torch flames fluttering on each side of this keep's open main doors, and a warm light spills out of the entryway, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window, lodged in an iron frame. The walls of this courtyard are at least 90 to 100 feet tall. The towers of the castle rise higher.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you. Scat Tom. Tales
The
of
gate
Creepy.
towers on each side of the tunnel have been shut and stand there before you. Let's see if there's a picture. Do I have a picture of this? No. There before you, this castle Ravenloft. The doors open, awaiting your entry. What do you do?
I guess we just go in, right? We're here.
Okay.
Bang on the door
They're open.
and then
Doors
say,
are
"What
open.
knockers?"
I love that movie.
Oh, that's perfect.
Igor. Yeah, as we're getting out of the carriage, Oglethorpe will grab Irina's arm, turn her back to him.
Stella.
Stella.
Sorry, God. Yeah,
It's
no,
almost
Irina.
like you're senile.
Almost. He'll grab her by her arm and like pull her back to him. And he's got a pretty firm grip on for 8 strength. And he'll whisper in her ear, it's like, "Where is the book?"
She's gonna look at him and say, I don't know what you're talking about.
And he knows that this is not the time or place, so he's going to kind of let her go, but push her forward angrily at the same time. Just a little tiny push as he lets go of the arm. It's like, we will finish this discussion at a later date, my dear.
She's gonna hiss at him and say, Victor, you're to leave me alone.
And he's going to say, "Victor, what is this tomfoolery?"
You might be able to fool the others, but you don't fool me.
Oglethorpe will raise an eyebrow at that. He won't say anything, but he will raise an eyebrow and just kind of take in what she just said and continue on into the castle.
Does anybody have any tuna fish? Trying to bribe her. The book.
Well, she didn't. I mean, she got in this cab willingly to go to see Baron Fon's.
What is that?
All right, so here's what Aklis is going to do. Like there's like loose
so this is
pebbles
like
or
right. So
something.
this is like right before you're going into the
Yeah,
the
and
right,
house.
nobody else
right
heard
before
it.
we're going in.
Okay.
Nobody
Okay.
else heard
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, I rolled a deception, didn't
Oh,
hit it.
no.
Oh
So
no, I want to try to
I
hear
was
it.
whispering it. I was whispering it.
I want to try to
I
hear
guess
it.
I need to roll. I need to roll something. Then, 'cause I was
Roll a
trying.
just roll a stealth, I guess. Oglethorpe.
All right. I was trying to make it very. I didn't want anybody to know.
yeah, but Stella responded too, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think more than anything, they hear Stella replying back to you, calling you Victor, and you know you may fool them, but you don't fool me.
And I
So
guess when people saw that, that's when I said, "This is not the time or place." I know.
Yep.
So we'll discuss it further later.
So did Oglethorpe actually Aklis noticed from the rolls here?
Yeah, I don't.
And what?
You heard the response for sure. You aren't positive what prompted it,
Yeah,
and you
sure.
certainly certainly hear Oglethorpe say, "We'll talk about this later."
So Aklis walks up to the two of them and says, Oglethorpe, what is this matter with Stella?
Now it's not the time nor place. It is between Stella and I. We will discuss it
And
later.
would you refuse the help of a friend? Is there a matter which I can help resolve?
Um, he's going to put his hand on Aklis's shoulder, and he's going to say, "You are my friend, Aklis. I trust you with my life after everything we've been through. You must trust me now that this is not the time nor place, but I may call upon you at a later time to help me with this matter."
So Aklis pulls a copper coin out of his pouch, pulls Oglethorpe a few feet away from Stella, and he uses his magical tinkering to make the coin smell like catnip. And he hands it to Oglethorpe and says, use this if you have something you want from Stella. Use this to bribe her for it.
How long does that last? Because I'm not gonna do it right now.
It's just basically until I do like 3 other things.
Until you dismiss
It lasts
it.
a while.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Thank you, my friend. I will keep that in mind. There's bigger fish to fry at the moment.
Let us hope we have enough fire.
Okay.
To cook
And he
it.
looks up at the
Everybody,
castle.
All right. So you go in the entrance, and as I said earlier, the doors hang open, flanked by fluttering torches and iron sconces. And you see 20 feet ahead of you another set of very large double doors. And as you enter the vaulted foyer, there are four statue of dragons, four dragon statues glaring down at you, with eyes flickering in the torchlight. So it's like one, you know, perched above each wall. So you got north, south, east, and west, one on each wall, and they're just appear to be staring at you.
What are they?
Are these dragons that
Dragon statues.
Dragon statues. Okay.
Are they meant
Now,
to be specific dragons, like deities, anything like that that
they
Eklund might recognize?
just look like small dragon statues
Why are you still rolling with exhaustion?
because he's still exhausted. He had
I
third
had
level.
3.
Oh, okay.
I got
That's
knocked.
right.
I got the shit beat out of me in the basement.
That's right. You did.
He got knocked the fuck out.
He got knocked the fuck out.
Okay, so the dragons look down on you, and there's double doors in front of you.
I marked the dragons for future reference and then just stride on through.
Okay. You push open.
Real quick.
Yep.
Oglethorpe is looking at the looking around. Just taking it all in. And does it appear to him that this looks extremely old, like the stuff that he remembers from 1,000 years ago?
This
like
looks
that
ancient. Yes.
ancient, yes. It's like, we are in an ancient place, my friends. Long have the years weathered these halls. That's all I was gonna say.
Okay. Just 1 sec. So you come in this, open up the doors, and cobwebs stretch between columns that support the vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches and iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. There are bronze double doors standing closed to the east, and to the north a wide staircase climbs into darkness. The lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors through which you hear sad and majestic organ music. And as you are sitting here looking and taking this all in, an elf with brown skin and long black hair descends the wide staircase, quiet as a cat. He wears a gray cloak over black studded leather armor and has a polished scimitar hanging from his belt. He bows at you just with an almost imperceptible nod of his head and says, "My master is expecting you." And he kind of motions with his hand towards that set of double bronze double doors. And this is that elf.
I think as everybody passes me, I'm gonna hit them with the brush, making sure they're pristine for getting ready to go into this meeting.
All right.
Don't touch me, sir.
I'm not actually physically touching you. You're okay. It's a
So he actually he brings you down uh, and comes to another set of doors. Oh, actually, you go through another little area. It's just a huge room. There's 4 big giant columns. It's kind of like a hexagonal shaped room, and down brings you down into another hall. And torchlights flutter against the walls of this vaulted hall. To the east, an arched hallway stretches for 20 feet, ending at a spiral staircase that goes up and down. Next to the hallway, a suit of armor, oiled and glistening, stands at attention in a shallow alcove. And to the west, a large double door hangs slightly open, and a steady bright light escapes through the opening, and the organ music swells louder coming from behind those doors, spilling their melody of power and defeat into the hall. And he goes to those doors. The elf goes to those doors and pushes them open. And you see before you a room that is can only be described as a dining hall. It is enormous, and there are 3 crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminating this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against the dull white marble wall supporting the ceiling, and in the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with a fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with delectable foods, roasted, beast basted in savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables. Places are set for each of you with fine, delicate china and silver. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance wafting across the room. At the center of the far west wall, between floor to ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in its tone of greatness and despair. And seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. And this is what you see. And the figure
Ah.
suddenly stops playing, and as a deep silence falls over the dining hall, the figure slowly turns towards you and stands, and you recognize Strahd Banzerevich. And he comes down from the organ. Welcome, my friends. Thank you for answering my invitation so quickly. Will you not join me? Well, will you not join us? And he begins to go and sit at the table. And coming in from behind you, you hear the movement of feet, and all around you, you see just beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just beautiful people, just gorgeous. Yet they are all pale and eyes are sunken, and they move with the fluidity and a grace that is almost captivating. You see one who appears to be a young girl, a little more than 15 or 16 years old. Another walks with a swagger, a male just walks with a swagger and confidence of one that is, well, knows that he is well above those, at least most of those with whom he is in this room. And again, they just file in, 4 men, 4 women, and they take up seats around the table. And coming in behind them are 3 more, what are clearly vampires. 3 beautiful, beautiful women, all with the faded skin, or faded, pale countenance. And a few of them smile at you, very, just a subtle little smile, and you see the fangs. And between all of the vampires and Strahd himself, there are at least 12 of them. There are 12 of them here in this room with you. And again, Strahd motions you to have a seat. And you notice that it is every other plate, every other setting where a plate with food sits. And between each of those is a goblet filled with a dark red viscous liquid. No plate, just this goblet where the vampires take their seats. And they wait for you. Strahd cuts straight, goes to the head of the table and waits.
So everybody got their backup characters ready.
And you notice that the two chairs immediately next to him, he's at the head of the table, and the 2 next chairs on either side remain open. And then it is a vampire and then a seat for one of you, a vampire seat for one of you, and so forth.
Oh shit!
I should have sat down for more quickly.
What do you guys do?
Oglethorpe will stare at Strahd, just remembering the face-off they had up in the air in that stormy night when he took Irina, and he will just stare at him with just a strength that you've never seen before, and he will just walk to one of the chairs that is meant for a non-vampire, and
Okay.
he will sit.
Do you want to? Are you going to sit like up close to Strahd? Because there's Strahd, then an open seat, and then one for the party. You going to go to that, or are
Um,
you going to be further away down from
I just wherever we walked in, I'm going to go find the closest spot because I don't walk very good.
it? Okay.
He's just going to go to where the direct closest one. He's not trying to sit directly across from him. He's
Okay.
not trying to sit directly beside him. He's just going in like
Okay.
he is not afraid
All
at
right.
all.
So you plop
Because
down.
he knows that he is Strahd, and Strahd knows that he is Oglethorpe the Old, even though he's not the Oglethorpe the Old that he used to be.
And so you plop down in the first seat on the left side of the table, and there is an empty seat at this end of the table, so the end opposite Strahd, an open seat that is meant for. Well, there's nothing there. There's no plate, there's no goblet. So you plop down next to that on the left side of the table,
Okay.
and then the rest of you begin to fill in. I assume everybody sits down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Absolutely.
Also, Oglethorpe, as he sits down, he's just staring at uh, Strahd, not showing any fear whatsoever, trying to stare him down. Then he also glances over at Miroslav. Oh shit, not good. All right, so we're not gonna have any music. See, he glances over at Miroslav, and then glances back to Strahd, remembering what he has seen the past few days of these, outbursts of this just feral, just, just what's the word? Primal savagery is a good one, because that's a spell he uses a lot. But just that savagery he sees in him, and the bloodlust, and all this stuff, and he's just remembering that, looking over at Miroslav. Then he looks back to Strahd again and takes his
Okay.
napkin and puts it on his lap.
Okay. Any of the rest of you have anything as you sit down?
So Salim doesn't even have to use one of his divine senses. The evil in this room is just like a palpable wave that washes over him, and it he almost has to like push through this wave to get to the table, but he makes it to the table, and he looks to either side, tries to stoke up all his courage and not appear afraid, but and I wouldn't say afraid, but he just has this feeling that this is not going to end well. But he takes his seat.
Okay. Anyone else want to share what you're thinking as you move your seat?
Y'all
Um,
is so
I'll kind
y'all
of look
is.
at.
Oh, you're good. Good. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm completely out of my element. I've never seen any building this big. I've never seen a table this big, or really even heard an organ. I'm sure at this point. I'm just in awe. My eyes are shifting everywhere. Just kind of looking and seeing what everybody else is doing first to see what I'm really supposed to do. I'm so out of my element. And then I'm just gonna, after everybody else starts to slowly sit down, I'm just gonna take one of the empty chairs and sit, kind of watching everybody else.
Okay.
Miroslav, do you want to go next?
Atlas is going to find it a little uncomfortable to sit here. What is it, like straight back wooden chairs?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's going to flex his wings a bit to try to find a comfortable spot, but it's also a bit of a bit of a bluff move, right? Being honest, right? A little bit of intimidation, a little strutting.
Would you like to roll an
gonna,
intimidation check?
for all of the good that'll do, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, but he's feeling it anyway.
Okay. And you see just a smirk of amusement on Strahd's face.
All right. And then what's on the table in front of us? There's plate, silverware.
There's plate, silverware. There are pitchers of wine, reds, whites, mead, ale, and the food, is in serving platters, and it just smells amazing. I mean, you guys have been eating, cheap inn food and rations and good berries,
Wolf steaks.
wolf steaks, and this is just boom. Just mouths start watering as you sit down.
Raylan would probably,
Yep.
I would probably just kind of, I'm not intimidated at all by the opulence of it, just because I've been around rich people a lot, and kind of just like admiring the beauty, of it. Everybody is really pretty, although, I do say a prayer to myself, and know that soon would very much admire the beauty that's in this room, but be super saddened that the light can't shine upon it. So I'm just kind of like taking in what's pretty, but understanding it's just kind of actually super sad.
Well, I mean, you've seen opulence and opulent feasts before, and as you look at this, the china and the silverware, and it is silver. It's not, it is just and fine crystal, and china of the most immaculate design. And yeah, this you've been in a lot of royal halls, and your own family is of nobility and means and money, and you've never seen anything quite like this. It is beyond even what you're used to. Miroslav?
I'll find
Oh, what are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
do?
kind of mutter under my breath to that elf guy. No place cards.
Um, okay.
Walk up
So
and
the elf then looks at you, nods, goes over to where one of the plates settings are, and he removes it, and goes over to the wall, goes over to a little counter, like a little buffet setting on the
Oh man.
and picks up a pitcher of this dark, dark red liquid and pours it into a goblet and
God.
sits it down in
Oh
front of you
man.
and pulls out the chair for you to sit.
Oh, that's
where in the
heavy, dude.
table am I sitting?
What's that?
Where at the table am I sitting?
You're middle of the table between two of the other vampires.
Oh shit. They
Oh,
took his
well,
food and gave him blood.
or he put it on the table.
What?
It's hard to understand you,
He
John.
put it at
Yeah.
your place on the table.
Okay,
Wherever
he
you're
put it
going
on
to
my
table,
table.
you place. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up the glass and kind of hold it under my nose like a sommelier would,
Nice.
and say, "Can you tell me what vintage this is?"
12-year-old.
12-year-old A positive.
This was Drained earlier today.
Fresh.
Still warm.
Oh.
Right from the vine.
Uh,
No,
I'll
I think
just
fresh.
set it
everybody
down.
is. I think everybody's looking at Miroslav right now, seeing what he's gonna do.
I'll just set it down on the table, and then I'll sit down, and I'm going to just put one finger on one of the pieces of silverware, and it's going to give me like a little jolt of like white hot pain as I touch that silver, and I'm just going to bring my finger back real quick as soon as I get that sensation.
Ooh, do you have any pie left?
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say you start feeling, you don't really have an appetite, but man, that pie would be really good right now. Stella, what do you do?
Stella's looking around, taking it all in, and even though she believes she's a cat, at this point she recognizes that this requires a little bit more from her. So instead of slinking up to a seat, she's actually going to stand properly and take a seat, and she's going to kind of look all around. She's going to see a bottle of wine. She's going to pour herself a glass. Um, she's going to tilt it towards everyone, and she's going to take a big drink of it and then just sit back and watch.
Okay. Heckle takes a big sniff, pulls up his pants around his waist. Well, I guess this spread will do. I mean, I've had better wine than what this appears to be, but this will work. And he plops down and has a big drink of wine. And Strahd stands and says, "We have a couple more guests that will be joining us, but please enjoy your meal." And the vampires pick up their glasses and kind of toast, make a motion of a toast, but the table's so fucking big, they're too far away from the people across from them, and they just begin sipping at the warm blood in their glasses. And you all can start eating if you would like.
Yep. Don't be rude.
So you start filling your plates and eating, and the food is phenomenal. You didn't realize just how sick and tired of wolf steaks you were. And as you tear into your food, Strahd says, "Well, thank you for joining us. I was not quite sure you would come, but I am very pleased that you did. I suppose I should tell you why you are here. It is simple, really. I am bored. I'm tired of ruling this dreadful land. I am searching for a successor. My Vistani have been out all across the lands and the plains looking for those who might be capable. And, well, each of you was noted and singled out, and, well, we decided to bring you in, have a look at you. And I must say I am quite impressed so far with what I've seen, though there's a long way to go before any of you shall prove worthy to take my seat. But that is why you are here. We shall see. We shall see how things go. But how rude of me. Perhaps some introductions are in order." And he starts motioning around to the folks around the table with you. "This is Aaron. the young girl. Once a young farm girl. I remember when I first became aware of her, I watched her for a while. The sight of blood used to make her sick. Well, then she became one of mine. And now, quite frankly, and you look in her direction and she has drained her goblet and it's just like dripping down her chin, each side of her mouth and down her chin. Now she can't get enough of it. Vadu here, yes, he is a remarkable young man. An uneducated peasant with abusive parents when I found him. Well, he made his family pay. Oh, did he ever. He drained them all dry. Tereska, well, she lives for the hunt and lives for the kill.
Damn it. Sorry.
It's all right. Ulrich here caught my eye several decades ago. He entertained my affections for fears that his family would be hurt if he didn't. The poor thing quite hates himself now and wishes he could die, but he will never disobey me. Namira was a middle child of a very competitive family. She grew up feeling as though she was never good enough. And I told her, I made her realize just how special and worthy she is. She will do most anything I ask of her. Rivia, and Rivia is just, you look down as he kind of motions at one down towards the end of the table, sitting next to y'all. She has been mumbling the entire time, just muttering and nonsensical words, and he says, she, bless her. She is quite beautiful, but she is very, very much insane. Don't put your hands in front of her. She tends to follow her most bestial instincts. And finally, there is Liliana, and this is the most beautiful of any of them. Well, she does not much care for other beautiful women. She gets quite jealous. And then he introduces you to the other three. And these have a little more regal bearing about them, and they just ooze a little more power. These are my first three brides. Ludmilla, I believe she came from an area near you, Dr. Miroslav. She is from Faerun, though she has been with me for some 300 years now. Rahadin brought her to me after she had ended up in Barovia and lived on the streets of Valakia, from a very, very young age. She is quite remarkable. Anastasia here was once a Valakian noble. She loves the strength that I have given her. And Volenta was a prostitute in the village of Barovia. But she was much beyond just a prostitute. After a quick roll in the hay, she would murder and dismember her customers. I was quite impressed by her from the first time I saw her. She has been with me and known the true deepest depths of sadism since being turned and joining me. And finally, dear Escher, and he looks to just a charming looking, beautiful young man. Escher is, despite his beauty, is quite lonely and insecure. But he is so attentive. And so he's kind of introduced you to everyone and says, yes, here come our final guests. And walking into the room is a 12-year-old-ish looking young girl. Deep, dark circles around her eyes, her pale skin. She comes and sits on one side of Strahd. And then entering the room as, well, Oglethorpe, you are in the midst of eating some food and drinking some wine and not paying attention to those that are coming near you. You see the shape of a person walking across on the other side of the table as she heads toward the head of the table on the other seat next to Strahd. And you look up as she takes her seat. And there before you is a middle-aged, beautiful, regal, powerful-looking woman who you know as Professor Dervos.
Oh shit!
Holy shit!
God.
And then coming into the room, dressed in a beautiful, beautiful evening gown, red hair flowing around her shoulders. And she pulls out the chair opposite Strahd and sits down. Is Irina. And she picks up her goblet.
She what?
Picks up her goblet. We'll see you next week.
Oh, dude, I was expecting Irina. I was not expecting Bravos. Holy shit! Oh my god. Oglethorpe's sitting there with like a chicken leg hanging out of his mouth.
The 12 girl's not a dragonborn, is it?
Aklis's daughter isn't a dragonborn.
Oh my god, is it Aklis's daughter?
Nuh-uh.
How old is
it?
she? She said she was 12. It said she was 12.
Oh shit.
No,
That's
she
what
was
I was
older than that
assuming
in
too.
my
That
in
was
my
my
story.
first thought.
She's older than that.
Yeah. She's
Okay,
not
good.
12.
That was fun though, wasn't it? I gave you
Oh.
a little scare.
I was waiting though. I was waiting.
Oh shit.
Oh lord, I don't know what the fuck. So did you say see you next week?
Yep.